Yo, what is going on, guys? So I'm happy to announce that the Variant 6 rewards and the whole event, the buffs, what's going to be happening with the globals for which tag of champions, has all been announced here. So we're going to go over that today. Back issues number 6, containment. Contamination. Before we get into any of that, let's go talk about the rewards, because I'm sure that's what everybody wants to know. So here are the rewards. There's classic difficulty up there. I've never done a classic difficulty actually in my life. I think that's the only permanent content in the game that I haven't done actually. I still gotta get around to doing those, but here's the variant difficulty rewards here. So the big notable stuff is a 5-star rank 4 to 5 gem. There's 3 to 4 gems for 2015, 2016, 2017 champions. 5-star awakening gem crystal, 25,000 5-star shards, 3 tier 5 basics, 1 tier 5 class catalyst fragment crystal for 25%, 5,000 6-star shards, 48 5-star signature stone crystals, 4 million gold, and 360 units. So this is good. The only thing that's really missing, I think, is tier 2 alpha, because they're giving us 3 tier 5 basic catalysts and no tier 2 alpha to go along with that. If you want to use tier 5 basic on any rank up, you also have to use tier 2 alpha. There's a big drought of tier 2 alpha, which isn't the greatest. But these rewards are pretty much identical to the variant 5 rewards. So most people, it's better with a visual representation of the rewards. So here's a variant 5 rewards. This is exactly what it's going to look like. I think pretty much everything is the exact same rewards wise, which was what I was expecting. There was a pretty big buff from the variant 4 rewards to the variant 5 rewards, as you can see right here. In 6-star shards, big buff in 6-star shards from 4 to 5, and the tier 5 class catalyst fragment crystal for 25%. That was also a pretty big change, and actually the amount of tier 5 basic, if you look at the reward from 4 to 5, it's pretty huge. So I wasn't expecting out another rewards buff for a little while. So yeah, the rewards, they're solid. I'm going to be doing it on the very first day that it drops, which is Wednesday, the 16th, December 16th. I will be live streaming 100% clearing it. So yeah, if you guys want to see what I do for some paths, come by, hang out. We'll have the whole thing done by the end of the day. It should be a fun time. So let's talk about what the buffs and everything are going to be. So the black ISO has been gathered by Fixit and his minions resonate through the area, crippling all champions except for villains. Those of dark intent can take advantage of the powers in play to cripple their opponents and bring their evil schemes to fruition. Introducing back issues number 6, Contamination, available December 16th at 10 a.m. PT. Back issues returns for another trip down memory lane in Classic and Variant Remix to Conquer. This time it features a quest, Contamination, which Jessica Jones and the Summoner undercover an underground fighting ring powered by a mysterious and corrupt ISO substance. So this is cool, because this was actually before I started playing MCOC. A lot of the variants, I think, were before I started playing. So it's cool to kind of see the events that I missed. Jessica Jones, I've heard about her being an NPC, an unplayable character, and just being in the story. So I don't think we're going to see her as a boss or anything. That would be really cool. But yeah, I don't think we're going to see that. But we should see voice cameos from her in the storyline. So yeah, there's the classic difficulty as per usual, then variant difficulty, new spin on the quest, available for summoners level 45 and up. This version features extreme challenges, new opponents, some map layout updates, and enhancements to your #villain champions. Variant challenge. New global buffs and variant difficulty will limit the power of your champions who aren't tagged as villains. You want to use your most evil teams to gain abilities such as Fury, Armor Break, Unstoppable Heroes, Mercs, and others will be able to enter the quest, but be warned the corrupting aura of Black ISO Resonance will limit their impact in combat. So the following 3 buffs will be active in all fights throughout the quest. So Black ISO Resonance, Resonance? That's how you say that, I think. Corrupt ISO energy radiates from the earth. Attacking champions are immune to all damage and receive 100% bonus attack, but will be KO'd after 20 seconds via unavoidable degen. So I wonder if you take in Corvus and he can just chill at 1%. He'll have 100% bonus attack, right? What if Corvus is just unkillable here? I don't know about that one. But #villain champions ignore these effects. but all non-villain attackers are unable to gain power, which is weird because Corvus isn't tagged as a villain, but he's actually able to gain power on the Tyranny node, which is pretty much the exact same thing as this Malevolence node. So, but I think because they changed it, Corvus won't work on it. I don't know. I'm interested to see how Corvus will fare here. But and then we have another one here. All non-villain attackers are unable to heal through any means. So bringing in a non-villain champion, pretty much after 20 seconds, you're going to die unless there's some way to cheat death, which is quite rare. But yeah, so mainly going to be wanting to use villains. And so if you are using villain characters, a few following buffs will be found throughout each quest and on boss fights. So usually how it works is one of these will probably be a global in a quest, and throughout that quest using a villain will give you this effect. So we have Mastermind here, so #villain attackers increase the duration of bleed, incinerate, and shock debuffs on their opponent by 100%. This one sounds like it could just be in every single quest. Maybe there is some nodes like that in variants. That'd be cool, just increasing the power of your debuffs. We have a Henchman node. When triggering a Fury buff, villain attackers will passively purify all debuffs. It's interesting. We have a Monster node. When triggering an unstoppable or unblockable buff or passive, #villain attackers will grant themselves a non-stacking passive regeneration, granting 10% of their max health over 5 seconds. That's pretty cool, but unblockable and unstoppable, it's a bit of a rarer ability. Yeah, and it probably doesn't trigger for unblockable special attacks. It has to be a buff or a passive. We have a Beast node. Activating an unstoppable or unblockable buff or passive on an attacking villain champion reverses the defender's healing for 5 seconds. That might come into handy if there's some crazy healing nodes. We got Genius. While under the effect of an armor up buff, an attacking villain champion burned 10% of the defender's max power on hit or when blocked. We got Madness. When triggering an armor break debuff, villain attackers also apply a passive power lock to the defender, which will last until the armor break end. That could be very, very nice. We have Overlord. When a defender's buffs are nullified, villain attackers gain a permanent 10% precision passive to a max of 10. That could be pretty good for Dr. Doom. Just keep on nullifying buffs and keep stacking up precisions. Yeah. Tyrant. Villain attackers cause 50% of their attack as bonus energy damage each time they hit their opponent or their block, as long as the defender suffers from a weakness debuff. That's interesting. Running the I always run the Resonate Mastery, pretty much always, so that could come in handy. So yeah, the new variant looks pretty cool. Now, real quick, what I want to do is we'll hop back in game and we'll just take a look at some good villain characters that will be some top picks for this variant. I'm thinking. So let's sort by tags, and we want to just look for villain. Where is villain? I guess we can just search it. Villain. Confirm. What? Where is it? I've never done this. Oh, there it is. Alright, confirm. I don't think I've ever sorted by that tag. Okay, so here's some villains. So, Dr. Doom, of course, gonna be an absolute beast. Ghost, of course, gonna be an absolute beast. Omega Red, another champion that's gonna be really good. Void, Magneto. Oh, I think my team is gonna look something like Doom, Ghost, Wasp, Hood, Magneto. I feel like that team is going to cover a lot of ground. Maybe I won't be using Doom quite as much because I have Suicides on right now, and Ghost and Magneto, both you want to be running Suicides for. But yeah, Venom would be great for any Spider-Verse characters. Yeah, so these are definitely going to be some really solid options here. So yeah, these are the villain champions that I'll be using. Yeah, I will test Corvus. I want to see how he works in his new variants. Could be interesting. But yeah, a non-suicide mastery approach could definitely be like Void with Killmonger. You regen 1% of your health every time you place a debuff. And Void is just an absolute beast. That could be a really solid team. Mysterio, he's a good champion. Poison immunity, he's definitely got some utility. Venom the Duck could get him all built up. like I said, Venom and Red Goblin for if there's any Spider-Verse lanes, which there'll probably be like one at least. Sentinel, he's a good champ. Morningstar, if you actually wanna build her all the way up. Doc Ock, he definitely has his utility. So yeah, I'm looking forward to the new variants. Like I said, I will be live streaming 100% of Variant 6 on Wednesday, December 16th. Probably start the stream around like 3 Eastern, noon PST, that sort, like a couple hours after it drops. And yeah, we'll 100% the whole thing on stream. So yeah, that's going to do it for this video. Let me know if you guys are excited for Variant 6. Drop a like if you enjoyed. Thank you guys so much for watching. Peace out.